Well, it's a 2000 Blazer, you know, one of the little Blazers, and it suits her just fine.
So who all do we have in here, Rob? I got AA6S, W6BBS, KG6 Charlie Echo Fox, KM6SRR. Who else?
KK6ZKE.
KK6ZKE. Okay, good evening. Let's see, 704. Terry, were you the one that was looking for the information on the 991?
Yeah, I think I figured it out. It's a little bit like you said, like a one button thing.
Yeah, now let's see. Somebody told me how to do that. You push the function button. Then you got to go down and you push.
Yeah, I wrote it down here, Mike, if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell him.
Yeah, the function key and then the forward button, and then you can see where it says settings and that kind of stuff there. Then you go from there.
Yeah, I think basically that's what I tried. I ended up just programming the frequency in again, and I didn't think it would take it, but it did. And it's just on VFO, and I just put it on simplex.
Well, that works too, I guess, huh? I think I hear Ben in there, N6SWR, and I think I hear a little bit of Pat from LA, over.
Roger, N6SWR. Hey, Rob, have a great evening. Check me in, it's Mike still. Check me in, Mike.
W6BBS 72.
So if anyone else gets a chance, I'll be on 432 100, 20 to the north. Thanks for your help, though. KK6ZKE. My new antenna, N6SWR.
Okay, Ben, that sounds good here. Yeah, we got some local traffic going on here, too. Good to hear you in there. I'll check you in there. 247. Thank you.
I'm seeing Ben, but he's way down in signal strength. Is that something wrong down there, Ben? He appointed somewhere else tonight. N6SWR, K6MYC. Any copy? Yeah. Is he weak for you, Rob?
No, he's really loud for me. I think I hear an Eddie in there, too. Somebody threw out a KE6BK, over.
Oh, I heard KK6ZKE. Terry, what did you say? You came back in again. We've got you. Go ahead. KK6ZKE. Go ahead. Have I got a problem here?
I don't know. I didn't hear Terry come back either, but he was loud first time he came in. I wrote him down, over.
Yeah, I can't figure out why Ben's so weak here. Man, he's just well water weak. I mean, he's weaker than the LA guys by a long shot.
Well, I don't know. Coming in good here. I thought I might have heard somebody in LA, but not sure, over.
Well, they'll be turning up this way in a minute or two if we just hang. But let's see, KB6RQU, KG6BRG, they're one of you guys around, K6MYC. Did you ever send him an email, Rob?
No, I haven't had any time to be here. I got home from the class last night and had to throw together the roll call on 1296, and then it was 11. I was past my bedtime.
Okay. I don't know. Ben's not hearing me either. See, that's the weird part.
I think you guys have some blockage there. I know he's been having issues there, so there's something in the way, over.
No. We've been doing fine on 2 meters.
Well, Ben was coming in okay here in Visalia, but I'm a lot closer.
Well, ask him if he's hearing anything from me. He isn't responding, over.
Yeah, Ben, AA6S, are you copying me, over?
I don't hear him.
I don't either. You better try it, Rob.
N6SWR, Ben, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo. Are you still on frequency? Over. He was talking about checking out his 432, so he's probably gone over there. KM6SR, clear.
Okay. Well, the point is, I'm trying to figure out if I'm turned right, but I went back and forth on him, and it didn't get any better.
W6PMD, AA6S, copy, Pat?
Got a good copy on you there, Bill. Number 800, I believe.
QSL 800, Mike is on frequency, and so is Rob. So give him a shout there.
Pick him up, Rob. I'm going to tune across him.
K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Hey, Pat, W6PMD, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo, number 432, DMO7, over.
K6FR, W6PMD, number 58, loud, test 9 tonight.
Yeah, you're coming in pretty good. I don't have much for S reading, but Q5 copy there, over.
Copy that. Well, as long as it's working, that's all I can say. It might work in my radio. Let me push out about 75
Yep, well, it works. That's what they say. You only use enough to make your contact. You ready now, Mike? Over.
Yeah, he's weak. I hear you, Pat, but way down from normal. I swept back and forth across you. I can't get a peak. You're peaking right where you should, but it must be an inversion here with the temperature up here about 80. Something's not getting the signals up to me, over.
Well, Santa Barbara was pretty tough, too. Arizona was good, and I hear the guys in the high desert, and the test will be if I can pick up John over there in Lone Pine here in a little while, but you guys are all coming in pretty good. It's about average. I would say killer strong, but I've heard you guys since you opened your net. I've kind of kept the beam in that direction, so we got you in there. I heard David was shooting from the 247, so we're in Morgan again, and then we got Bill, 800, Bob, 432, and me, Mike, number 47.
I don't know if Mike is copying you or not there, Pat. You're still cranking in here real good. W6PMD, AA6S. Mighty good here, but there must be this heat, strange temperature inversion. Go ahead. QSL, you're always Q5 here too, Pat. I know you say you're running about 175 watts. We're running about close to 800 with a single 800 tube in the amplifier. So that's what we're doing here. I'll let you get back to net there. But beautiful. Yeah, there's some strange things go on this band. Go ahead. KM6SHI. Okay, I got to get this written down here. I hope he's got a shot like you do there, Pat. Go ahead. I thought there was something there, but it was like a distant star in the east, Patrick. Go ahead. That sounds good. He must have an incredible location. 73 is Pat, AA6S, back to net.
Okay. Well, Pat was 90-10. They were up for 10 seconds and down for 90. So just horrible tonight for me. I could tell Pat was in there. Occasionally, he would even go to the point where there wasn't any signal at all. Then he would come back up to detectable. Unbelievably bad. Oh, I'm really in the hole tonight. Anyway, thank you, Pat, if you're hearing me. 73's, W6PMD, K6MYC, 47.
226 is here.
Gotcha, 226.
Good evening, Ken. WA6OIB, KM6SR.
Hi there, Rob.
Okay, well, I guess it's time to go to Atascadero, where it seemed like we're not going to get anything out of KB6RQU and or anybody else down there except for the LA boys. So let's try Ron over there.
KC5 is coming around.
What, Frank, go ahead.
Hello there, Bill.
Hello, Ken, AA6S. Get over to Michael's and pick up all those tubes and make him happy.
Yeah, he told me that he's got them at his place. I didn't know where they were at, so we're going to talk. He's supposed to be here tonight unless his company didn't go, and then he's going to be, we'll talk tomorrow then. WA6OIB.
Well, I talked to him on the phone. He said he wasn't feeling too good or something in his back or something was, I don't know, he was moaning and groaning. But anyway, there's a whole, you know what, a lot of them there. I mean, he had the whole back of his truck filled up. I don't need any more because I've got thousands and thousands of them. Ken, go ahead.
6N7?
I heard Kerry in there, KC5DTU.
Go ahead, Kerry. I don't hear Kerry.
Kerry, where are you? AA6S.
Uh-oh, he's trying. He's keying up, then dropping out.
My S-meter came up and went away.
Well, I heard his full call sign his first transmission, W6BBS.
Well,
You get it fixed yet, Kerry?
what was that? K6 Tango Sugar Kilo in here? I'm pointed toward the Atascadero.
Me too.
Did somebody hear Ralph in here? K6 TSK? I guess not. Okay, W6QUI. Ron, are you here tonight? K6MYC in the group, over. Give him a call, Bill. Did Bill say big nothing?
Yeah, I said pull the antenna around so you can hear me a little bit. Yeah, big nothing there, Mikey. Go ahead.
Well, that's weird. He hasn't been in for quite a few days now, I guess. And then we're missing KN6EIV, who hasn't been in for almost a month now. He lost everything in a windstorm, but it wasn't so bad that it couldn't be repaired. And he just hasn't gotten on either. And no excuse with the good weather we've had.
Maybe it's too hot.
I don't know.
Too hot, too cold, or too wet. Take your pick.
W6QUI, anybody over there in Atascadero, K6B, let's see, KB6B, BR, whatever it is, BWB, I think, Pat. And KN6EIV. Anybody? Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, Bozo Net, beaming Tascadero, over. Okay, Monterey, here we come.
I just text Ron to see if he's awake over there.
Okay. WA6LIE, WA6 London, India Echo. WA6LIE, K6MYC. Scott, are you there today?
Hi, a very good evening to you there, Mike. Wow, you're sounding really great over here tonight. Must have really good conditions, and I heard you saying you were coming over to Monterey, so I waited for you to rotate, and boom, you just about blew me out of my chair here. So, hey, very good evening to you. Hopefully you're enjoying all this nice warm weather and getting prepared for maybe a little bit more rain this weekend. It really sucks raining on the weekends. Anyhow, yeah, 6 has been pretty dead and not too much going on over here, Mike. Over.
Yeah, well, I had 6 on today, but I didn't do very much listening. But I was listening on, I think, 110. I did not hear anything, or maybe 125. Nothing. I didn't look for the FT8 stuff, so I guess it was pretty dead today. Okay, well, you're moving in here also. I had a terrible path down the valley. I could hardly hear anybody down there. So I guess it's better this way, whatever it is. I don't have the inversion blockage or inversion lockout that I had the other direction. So you're booming in. Great to hear you, Scott. Okay, on 6. Well, who knows? It'll get there one day. Anyway, back to you. Let's see. Anybody else want to say hello to Scott there in Monterey? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, over.
Well, hello there, Scott. WA6OIB here.
WA6OIB. Well, very good evening. You're sounding great down here in the marina. Charlie Mike 96. Over.
Righto, you're sounding good here too. In Delta Mike 06. Okay, just wanted to say hi. Talk to you later. WA6OIB.
Good evening, Scott. WA6LIE. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo. I can even hear you tonight. You're really coming in good. Over.
KMKSR WA6LIE. That's sounding good over here too. So, yeah, we definitely got a path, and I don't think it's inversion or anything like that. But, you know, that's the funny thing about VHF, 6 meters, you know. It's all kind of mysterious, you know, the good old propagation thing, you know, even HF. But you know how it goes, so everything's different. That's why we still do it, right?
Roger. Good to hear you there. Okay, Mike.
Okay, Scott, 7-3, and we'll see you perhaps Sunday night. After the weekend, we're going to be spending a little time in Visalia at the show, but we'll be here most of the weekend. We're not going to the convention on Saturday or Sunday. We'll be there Friday and seeing a lot of people, hopefully some grin and grip, and then we'll be heading home. Anyway, good evening to you. WA6LIE, K6MYC clear, looking for KW6 sugar.
K6MYC,
KW6S.
I hear you, Russ.
I'm here, and boy, everybody
okay, you know about
really
the
good
6-meter dinner on Friday night at Visalia, over.
Good and clean, and Rob is maybe stronger than I usually hear him, so it's pretty good. And I'm looking forward to finding as many bozos as I can at Visalia.
Where'd you go, Mike?
KW6S.
So I'm here. Hang on a second, Russ. You're not hearing Tom. I called Tom, and then you came back. I said, I heard you, but Tom's in there, and he's stronger than you are. You're loud, Russ. and we'll be there all day Friday. So we'll see you Friday if you're down there. Otherwise, we won't be there on Saturday. Anyway, good evening, Tom. Good signal, booming. And you're going to go down there. You're going to go down tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll go down tomorrow. Things have changed a little bit for me. Some stuff we planned on doing going down isn't going to happen till the trip back. So I probably won't get as early a start as I planned on, but I think I've got a 4 o'clock check-in time, and I'll get there in time for that.
Yeah, and of course you can always tell them if you don't make it, you just call them ahead and say, I'm not going to quite make it, give me a late check-in.
Yeah, I'm just planning on making a leisurely drive down there, and probably will drive by the ranch. On Google Earth it looks like it's a lot different than it was when I sold it, and just kind of a little curiosity to see how it's turning out there.
Yeah, very good. Are they growing something different there, or what do they do to change it?
Well, they pulled out all the vines. It was all vineyard, and they stripped all the vineyard out. And part of it, I guess a little under half, they planted back to some kind of grape, I don't know what. And then the rest of it's all in almond trees.
Yeah, okay. Well, there is a market for almonds. I get almonds in 3 or 4 different. I get almonds with chocolate covers over them. I get almonds from Blue Diamond with sprinkled goodies on them, and I get them in the milk that I drink. I drink a lot of almond milk, so I guess there's a pretty big market for almonds. Anyway, good deal. Well, we'll see you one way or the other Friday. We'll be in there from probably about 10 o'clock. Well, we should be there close to 10 o'clock, and from 10 to noon, you won't be able to get in unless you can sneak in the back door or something. But after lunch, the show is opened, and I'm sure we'll get a chance to say hi, and maybe a few other bozos will be clustering around the booth from time to time. Take care, Tom. I'm going to go up and get the guys in the Bay Area. Let's see, there may be some others here that want to say hello to you and planning on meeting you perhaps in Visalia. Who wants to say hi to Tom? Go ahead.
Hello, Tom, WA60IB.
Well, hello, Ken. Yeah, I expect to see you, and looking forward to that in Visalia. And are you down there for the whole time, or just down there for part of it?
Well, I'm down there with the whole time. Well, Friday and Saturday, let's put it that way. I'll be at the M Squared booth.
Okay, well, I will see you there at least, and we'll see what else is going on there. WA60IB, KW6S.
Very good. Well, maybe Saturday when we break for lunch, you can join us. We'll go have lunch together.
Yeah, that'd be real good.
They probably have a lunch out on a patio sometimes. Okay. Anybody else for Tom?
It's too hot out there.
Whoops, doubled with Ken.
And I agree with you, Ken. It's just too much in the sun.
Well, they have a lot of shade trees there. Say it again, Bill. Call him again.
Yeah, it's going to be raining on Saturday. KW6S, you're loud here in Visalia there. Tom, and I was going to see if you're going to bring that receiver down also for me there, Mike, or give it to somebody there, and I'll pass on some green things for Frank there. But anyway, KW6S, you copy me, AA6S all over.
AA6S, KW6S. Yeah, I hear you're really good there. Moved the antenna down a little bit your way, and I figured you will be our lighthouse beacon for what goes on in Visalia.
You're loud. You're right F9 on the meter there. You're super strong. Just you crank the antenna down. I can hear you fine before, but you're really loud now. That's the problem I hear. Nobody will ever turn the antenna towards me. Everything's headed towards Fresno there. KW6S, AA6S, go ahead.
Yeah, very good. good. Yeah, I have that same problem in Santa Cruz a little bit. People don't, even in the contest, they don't really point at Santa Cruz. They'll point at the Bay Area or down the valley or Los Angeles. So got to start making a little more racket. Hey, success, KW6S. See you in Visalia.
Roger, roger there. Roger, roger. Looking forward to it. We'll be there Saturday, Tom. And I think it's going to be raining from what I see on Saturday, so you won't get too hot there, Ken. Go ahead.
How you doing, Tom? KW6S. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo. Wanted to get a hi in there, over.
Yeah, very good, Rob. KM6SRR, KW6S. Are you going to be down at the festivities as well?
Roger, I'm going to go down for Friday for sure, and I may make it down on Saturday too. I don't know if I get everything done on Friday, over.
Yeah, very good. I hope to see you and meet you in person there at some point. KM6SRR, KW6S.
Sounds good, Tom. Eyeballs are a good thing to see. Okay, Mike, go ahead.
Okay, anybody else for Tom before we go to get Russ and others in the Bay Area? Go ahead. Okay, I guess that's it, Tom. So 7-3, and we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow on, well, maybe on 432. You said you were going to be traveling tomorrow, so you won't be in there on 432. 7-3, and we'll see you at the show. Okay, 6MYC.
Very good. KM6 or KB6LEE, KW6S.
KW6S, KB6LEE. Yeah, I just now turned the radio on.
Mike, you have Lee there?
Yeah, I got Lee. 1089, is that it? 1098?
The countdown, Bozo. 10-8.
Yeah, 1098. Got you, Lee. And a very strong signal. And you think he'll be running on 432 tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. I haven't really had a lot of success trying to tune in the beacons, so haven't really made too many changes here in the last several days. Just been getting ready for Visalia, and I look forward to meeting and greeting with some of the bozos down there.
Okay, good. So you're coming down also. Very good. Well, we'll see you. I'll be there Friday, but not the rest of the weekend. But hopefully you'll be down by Friday. Over.
Roger. I'm going to come down Friday. I'll probably be down there sometime in the early afternoon, hopefully. And, yeah, I look forward to meeting you.
Yep, same here. Very good, Lee. I'm going to leave you. We got a lot of people waiting in the Bay Area, but good to have you in here. And we'll be on 432 tomorrow for some reason. I assume Frank has had the beacon running. You say you couldn't hear the beacon at all? Is that what you said?
Oh, I've always had problems trying to hear the beacon. As a matter of fact, Tom has told me that he's had some problems too. But I think that there's like a knife edge in the way or something like that that's, making for a weird pattern. And again, I haven't really had a chance to play around with it. So next week, hopefully when I get back, weather will be nice. I'll get the antenna up a little higher and see what happens there. K6MYC, KW6S, KB6LEE. I'll say 7-3.
Okay, well, the beacon is on a higher, it's been raised. The beacon antenna is higher than it's ever been. And that happened about 5 or 6 days ago. Frank, what's going on with the beacon? It's high as it's ever been, right?
Yeah, but it's been up there for a long time. It's up at 50 feet, and it's been up there for over a month. And it's running from 7 to 7 every day, and on 432, it's putting out 25 watts, over.
Okay.
Frank, I can hear him pretty clearly tonight, so things are pretty good. And, yeah, I'll look for it again once I get back. I'm coming down, like I said, Friday afternoon. Tomorrow I'm gassing up the car and packing up.
All right. Well, we'll see you. We'll see you Friday then. Thanks much. Take care, Lee, and drive safe. KB6LEE with KW6S, K6MYC clear. And Russ, thanks for standing by there. You weren't hearing the boys in Watsonville and Santa Cruz, I guess. K6KLY booming in, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, K6KLY. I just want you to start spreading the word about the 6-meter dinner at Visalia on Friday evening at 7 o'clock at the Black Bear Diner on South Mooney Boulevard. Over.
Okay, well, I know everybody that's a Bozo member. Well, I don't know who's gonna be capable of being there. We're also going on Friday night. The Fresno Amateur Radio Club has their meeting up in Fresno, so a lot of guys are going up for that. And then we have dinner after that at the Denny's restaurant. So a little conflict there with too many dinners, but I'm pretty sure everybody's copying it there. Why don't you report one more time where the dinner is and what time does it start on Friday night? Over.
Okay, for those of you who can hear me, K6KLY, Friday night the 12th at 7 o'clock, there will be a 6-meter dinner get-together at the Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner, 900 South Mooney Boulevard, and that is being sponsored by N6 Golf Papa, N6GP. Go ahead.
Okay, has anybody got any questions? And everybody here, what the deal is on the dinner, the 6-meter dinner, and in Visalia at the Black Bear Diner? Go ahead.
WB6 on the show.
Okay, I hear you, Dennis. Stand by. Thank you.
We'll be stand by.
Okay, no questions, Russ. So we'll hopefully you'll have a few people there. I don't know who, but I don't know N6GP. I've never heard him. Who is that?
Well, he's from Southern California. That's all I know. Anyway, don't leave Friday before you see me. Over.
Well, we're going to be there until a little after 5.
Yeah, okay. I should be there at least by 4 o'clock. All right. See you then, K6KLY.
Roger. And of course we've already made the commitments for the other dinner, so we're going to that. But I've got other people that are going with me up there to the Fresno Amateur Radio Club and dinner afterwards. Thanks, Russ. And I heard Dennis in there, but we're going to get Dennis in a few minutes when we get around that way. Dennis is logged in. WB6ISO 86 is checked in, but we won't. I won't be able to get to him for a few minutes here. Anybody else, of course, in the Bay Area, please? K6MYC.
WB6JMC Coastal. Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November India.
WA6AXX, no traffic.
Okay. I got WB6JNP. Good evening, Dane. They're in Course Gold. I assume you're not going to the dinner, but I could be wrong. Over. I mean, to the Visalia thing, right?
No, I'm staying home.
Okay. Very good. Thanks for checking in. I've got 4 others underneath you there with you in the Bay Area, so let me get them as well here. Good evening to you, Dane. Thanks for popping in. WB6JNP, K6MYC. Now, I think I heard KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, Mike.
Yes, K6MYC, KB6WSC 775, and I don't know if you heard him, but there's KS6QCH Jimmy. I don't know what his number is, but maybe give a listen for him. Over.
Okay, I'll do that. Good evening to you, Mike. Are you coming down to Visalia or not?
No, thank you.
Okay, no problem. KF6QCH, Jimmy, are you with us here this evening? Can you copy this signal? Kilowatt 6, Mike Yankee Charlie. Mike here, over.
K6MYC, KF6QCH 787. Copy you. Good signal here, Mike. KF6QCH 787. Over.
Okay. KF6QCH 787. I copied most of that, Jimmy. I missed just a little bit right at the end. Did you ask a question or make a statement right at the end? Over.
Negative. frequency, over.
Okay, it's good to hear you. I know you've moved, and I know. And let me ask you a question: are you vertical or horizontally polarized with your antenna? Over.
Horizontal, over.
Okay, and how much power are you running, Jimmy?
Yeah, for now I'm about 45, 50, I guess.
Okay, 50. What's the transceiver?
Oh, it's 850 Fox Tango 857 Delta.
Okay, 857D, 50 watts, and what is the antenna? Over.
I got one of those E antenna, actually. It's an E antenna. It's about 7 elements. Over.
A 7-element what?
Yagi.
Okay. Well, you should be stronger. Where are you located now, Jimmy?
Well, I'm surrounded with building apartments, and I kind of stick out my antenna a little bit away from the balcony. Over.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Where are you located now, Jimmy? Over.
Oh, South San Francisco. Over.
South San Francisco. Okay. Do you have a blockage to the east? Over.
Yes. I have a big blockage, and the only area that's not blocked is pointing towards the San Francisco Airport and to you.
Okay. And have you tried to peak the antenna? Is it rotatable? Can you peak it on my signals? Have you tried that?
Yeah, your signal is steady. I'm getting you 5.5 down here, loud and clear.
Yeah, I know, but I'm running 1,500 watts. Over.
Roger. It's pretty steady for me. I can hear you really good.
Okay, well, good. It's nice to have you back in here. And maybe as time goes on, I think you said something about the height of the antenna and getting it up. It would probably help to get it up a little higher. It sounds like you're not going to be increasing your power. The 857 should be plenty if the antenna is working properly. Hopefully it's not an FM antenna that doesn't work at the bottom of the band there. But anyway, good to hear you. Thanks very much, Jimmy. We did get you last week, and I didn't hear you at all last week. Probably the only reason I'm hearing it tonight is the conditions are really, really good to the Bay Area. I'm hearing everybody with more signal strength than normal. So don't be discouraged in the future if you can't get through, if you don't make any changes there. 7-3, my friend, KF6QCH. After a long time, K6MYC. Good evening.
K6MYC, good evening to you, Mike 7-3. Good to hear from you again. Back to the net.
Okay. Ed, I've got you, but let me pick up Gary first. WB6WNI. Go ahead, Gary.
Sorry, Mike. I scared the cat running to the radio. K6MYC to AB6WNI.
Yeah, and your number?
1090.
Okay, very good. Good to hear you. And you're doing fine. I got a lot of people that all checked in at once here. We still got Ed to pick up and probably a couple of others. Haven't heard WB6JNN or W6PQL or KD6SOK or KT2G or maybe some others yet. So we'll move along here, but great to hear you.
Everybody on the net, and we'll catch you again on Sunday at K6MYC to AB679.
Okay, I think we doubled a little bit, but we'll catch you on Sunday. Thank you, Gary. WB6WNI, and say hello to Mike QFO if you see him. K6MYC. Over to you, Ed. WA6AXX. Go ahead.
AB679 monitoring.
Yeah. WA6AXX. Nothing going on here. Nothing. I'm just listening. K6MYC, WA6AXX.
Okay, very good. And your suggestions on fixing the type, not the type, but what do they call it, the texting on the phone, going into the settings and doing all that stuff, took care of it for, she's not having any trouble now with that thing talking and telling her what words to use instead of what she wants to put down. So appreciate your help on that one. You and several others finally came through and said about the same thing, Ed, but thank you. Good morning or good evening to you, and we'll see you probably tomorrow on 432. WB6, WA6JXX, K6MYC. Who else in the Bay Area? Who else in the Bay Area? Over.
AB6SR.
AB6SR. Good evening, Stan. 807. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Like Ed, I don't have anything to report here. With temperature just over 80 today, just over the top. Did a bit of work in the garden in the morning, but it was a bit warm for me in the afternoon. The temperature you like, I think, but not for me. Good evening to Rob. KM6SRR coming in about 5 and 6, 5 and 7, and Frank is about 5 and 8 with me, so haven't heard from Rob in a while, so good evening to you. Nothing else from me, Mike. I was going to go on 6 on Monday, but I fell asleep after dinner. I woke up at about 9:30. Sorry about that. So back to you, A6MYC, AB6SR.
Well, I think you and a lot of other people fell asleep. We had a very short list on 6. It was probably the shortest net on 6 I've seen for better part of a year. Anyway, no problem. It does happen. 7-3. Stan, let's get it over to Rob and say hello, and then up Frank, and then we'll move on. K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
How you doing, Stan? AB6SR, KM6SR. You sounding good tonight, over.
Yeah, you're a little bit weaker now, but I was copying you well about 15 minutes ago. Back to you.
Okay. Go ahead, Frank.
AB6SR, W6BBS. Good evening. You are 5 over S9 this evening, over.
Yeah, okay, Frank. Name is Stan here. I think we've spoken once before, but you're always putting out a good signal up here in Los Gatos. So good evening to you, and thanks for saying hello. I'll pass it back to Mike now to get on with the net. K6MYC, AB6SR, clear.
Okay, very good, Stan. Very good to hear you. And perhaps we'll see you even tomorrow night on 432 there. Take care, my friend. Alpha Bravo 6 Sugar Radio, K6MYC. There should be several others here in the Bay Area. Go ahead, guys.
GGY's in there.
PQL.
Yeah, W6PQL. Hang on a second, Jim. What did you say, Frank?
GGY. WB6 GGY.
Okay, but we're not pointed toward Phil. I didn't hear him at all. I'll get you in a minute, Phil. If you're copying me, just hang in there. Hope you're feeling better. WB6GGY, stand by. Over to you, Jim, and big signal tonight. We've got really good propagation east-west, not so good north-south for me, but everybody else is doing fine. So it's an inversion thing. I'm at the wrong altitude. W6PQL, K6MYC.
Hey, Mike. Pretty nice day over here today. It was 86 on the high, and I took the opportunity to clean my pool filter. It was warm enough for that. And you just go ahead and pick up the other guys because I'm working in the room here, so I don't have much else anyway. K6MYC, W6PQL. Bye-bye.
Yeah, good enough, Jim. Well, we're probably going to be on 40 in the morning again if you get a chance to join us. We did have a few minutes in there with Bob, and everybody else was in. Very briefly, however, it was a short morning, but it did work. Okay. Was there somebody else that wanted to check in here in the Bay Area, or any place for that matter? K6MYC, Bozo Net, 2 meters. Okay, pretty quiet. We will come back for late checks and missed in about half an hour, probably. All right, let's see. Already got everybody up north there. Let me go to...
Did you talk to Ed, Mike?
Yeah, we got Ed in here. K6ERF. How about you, Russ? K6 Echo Romeo Fox 199, over.
Good evening, 199 speaking. Great signal here as always, and hearing a lot of folks tonight, so seems to be pretty much alive tonight.
Yeah, good signal from you too. It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like back up towards Sacramento. The east, the north, the south path for you was terrible tonight. Really weak signals from the south. And then I turned around to the west, and wham, everybody's knocking me off the shelf here. So strange conditions tonight, Russ. It's an east-west tropo path for me. Good to hear you, and thank you very much for being there, as always. K6ERF, and do you know if Gary's in here tonight, over?
No, Gary, KE6QR, are you there? No, Gary, tonight. I think he might be traveling again.
Yeah, he may be. Okay, very good. Well, thanks, Russ. Hang in there, and we'll see you perhaps tomorrow night on 432. You do have 432, I think, right, Russ?
Oh, yeah, 432 works fine.
Okay, see you then. We'll be there. Now, let's see. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO. We missed you on 1296 yesterday, K6MYC. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Okay, no Ken tonight. Well, at least at this point, he usually gets in later. Usually there's Zoom meetings and other stuff here. Let's just see if we got any return business from W6 Sugar Whiskey, W6SSW. Steve? Okay, Steve doesn't appear to be home yet. So hopefully he's not lost in Ukraine somewhere. I don't know wherever he is. Okay, I'm toward Clear Lake. We can try for Clear Lake, N1 PPP KA60SX. Clear Lake, K6MYC.
WB6 ISO.
Okay, we got you. Might as well take you now, Dennis. I got you already logged in, but who else do you have?
Okay, we got 160 Kent and 336 Mr. Dave, and I do hear some CW. That might be Richard KD6BQ over there in Nevada trying to check in. I could hear the CW. Do you hear it?
Okay, I have not heard any CW yet, but we'll get there in just a few minutes.
Yeah, I could hear the CW signal. The CW signal, stand by there. If that's you, Richard, I think it is. He will be coming over to your area here momentarily. Thank you, Mike. WB6 ISO, Bozo 86.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Good enough. And we'll probably you still got things working on 432. We'll see you there tonight if you can. Tomorrow night if you can make it.
Yep, still got the 432 going and still working just fine, so we'll hopefully catch you there. You have a fine evening, and it was nice hearing you. Nice signal tonight, 59++.
Yeah, good signal from you, too. I moved it just a little bit north of you now, but still pretty good. Good enough, Dennis. Thanks much. And thanks for the check-ins from Dave and Kent there. WB6 ISO, K6MYC, clear looking for KJ6 Kilo Foxtrot Bravo, or KO6KD.
KJ6 KFB.
I hear you. Go ahead.
Well, considering my noise floor is an S7 from our illustrious power company pointed your direction, I'm just surprised I could hear you over the top of it. And yes, you are making it over.
Well, I'm actually pointed past you. I went roaring right on by you, so I'm not really at you. But you're good copy here, so if you can hear me, I won't change anything. I'm actually pumped right on top of KO6KD here. But good to hear you, Darren, and I hope you have a good weekend. We'll look for you tomorrow with your smashing power on 432. I'm sure we'll work you. Lord willing and the creek don't rise. KJ6KFB 756 K6MYC.
Very good, Mike. Carry on.
Thank you, Darren. Appreciate it. Hopefully we hear Bill. We did hear Bill this morning, but he was sort of sounding down. His mother's, hanging, and they're not getting the best treatment that they should on her, and that's bugging him, I'm sure. KO6KD, K6MYC. Bill?
Yes, sir, right here. And let's see, do I have everything on? I think I got everything turned on here. Yep, and number 776, KO6KD, good evening. And yeah, I was in between phone calls as well, and when I finally got off the last of the calls and I went back and listened around, it was well past 9 o'clock, and I guess everybody had gone. It seems like Bob likes to get check in and check out. He seems like he's got a lot of other things that he wants to do. So anyway, that's that. But anyway, hello, good evening, and we'll look for you maybe tomorrow morning then if people will be around. K6NYC from KO6KD.
Yeah, I think I'll be there, based on getting up in time. I didn't have any trouble this morning. We were all awake at a little after 7, so we had plenty of time to get in there, and I got in there right at 8 o'clock, as you heard. Everybody did bail quickly. We had things to do also, and we made a lot of headway with Judy down here today, cleaning up all my stacks of notes that I can't read anymore, getting all the phone numbers assembled in one area, and so on and so forth. So we did good, and then we had a nice leisurely 1 hour sit out on the patio in the front yard. It was glorious here. Temperatures right around 80. Really, really nice. Thanks, Bill. And we'll see you tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening, worst case. Take care, my friend. KO6KD, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Anybody else?
759, KR6MR.
KR6MR. Good to hear you. You must have it cranked back up, John. Over.
Yeah, everything's back together again. The 432 circuit. The little service loop between the hard line and the cables on the mast had a center pin to ground impedance issue. It's 150K. So I replaced that, and it seems to be doing just fine now.
Okay. Well, sorry it was something so minor. Well, you must have had water in there for it to be leaking like that, over?
I think it was a failure at the antenna connector. I'll take it apart one of these days and look at it. I didn't see any sign of water. If I sit there with an ohm meter, there's a little water in the cable, I shouldn't read 150 ohms of resistance.
Well, it could read anything depending on how long the water had been there and how much leakage there was. You could get a reading anywhere from 5 ohms to 5 meg ohms.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't think it's a water issue. Anyway, the cable's been replaced, so we'll find out more tomorrow night.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Well, good luck with that. Thanks for checking in. You're a little watery sounding this evening, but we got you Q5, so thanks very much for being there. I did not hear, and I don't think you were on, I did not hear you on 1296 last night. I don't think you were there, correct?
No, I was there. I called you. I heard you. I also posted that I heard you on the live chat, but I guess you don't see that or no one tells you what's posted on it. So you were there, not real strong. A little bit was easier to copy than other areas, other times, but I did copy you.
Okay. Did you hear N6RZJ at all?
A very faint muffle for about 3 seconds, and that was it.
Oh, boy. I mean, he must have been pointed away from you, but he said he did not hear you. So that was kind of weird. That's why I didn't think you were there. I thought you still had the antenna cranked down. Well, I'll write you in. I've got the log sitting on my desk in the house. As soon as I get in there, I'll put you in the log for being there. Sorry we missed you. Okay, good evening to you for now, John, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 432. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike.
WB6GGY, Bozo 884.
WB6GGY 884. We got you, Phil. Sorry to make you wait so long here. How you feeling, my friend?
Yeah, we're doing much better. We're doing much better there, Mike. Go ahead. Over.
Okay. We did not hear you, though, this morning on 40, so I thought, well, maybe he's still not feeling up to par. Over.
No, I was there. I was monitoring from the side, but I was out of the room every time you guys turned it over. So anyway, very good, Mike. Yeah, we've been monitoring, but not talking that much. Still a little bit of a gravelly voice. Okay, once again, Bozo 884 and WB6GGY. Back to you there, Mike, and I hope you guys enjoy yourself there at Visalia. Go ahead. Over.
Yeah, thanks much. Well, we'll be on the morning. Maybe if you feel better, you can jump in and say hi on 40 meters tomorrow. And we'll be in Visalia Friday, so I will not be on 40 meters on Friday. I will be back on Saturday, but on Saturday and Sunday, of course, we'll be back on 20 meters, 14,205 plus minus. Okay, very good, Phil. You still obviously haven't had a chance to get Greg over there and raise the antenna. He told me you were about 6 inches or a foot above a big metal sheet. And that's just destroying you. You're going to come way up when you get away from that metal sheet underneath the antenna. It's right in the field, and it's killing you. Over.
Hello, Phil. Yeah, good evening there, Ken. Actually, it's not metal. It's plastic sheeting. It's plastic roofing. It just looks like metal. But no, it's not metal Mike. It's not metal. It's plastic roofing. Go ahead. Over.
Yeah, well, maybe it's metallized. So if it looks like metal, it may have that characteristic anyway. Over.
Copy. Yeah, well, that's a good possibility also. Yeah, and Greg is monitoring. Greg is listening at this time. He's at home on his low QRP radio there. So very good. We'll be on the side, 7373, gentlemen, and very good evening there, Ken.
Go ahead, Ken.
Okay, Phil, very good. Yeah, don't talk too much there. You sound like you're you're fading fast on your voice there. Have a good week and heal up fast there. WA60IB. Thank you, Mike.
73 there, gentlemen. 73 WB6GGY.
Okay, and I'm pushing. I haven't moved the antenna, but I'm pointing, of course, toward Redding, and we're always waiting for Redding to check in. Whenever you guys see a peak up there, you should jump on it. KD6SW, Sugar Stopping Wet, or Sugar Willie, Scotch Whiskey, K6MYC. Are you there tonight, Rich?
Yeah, pretty sure I am. KD6 Shortwave. Good evening there, number 145 here in Reading. Over.
Yeah, 145, romping, stomping signal. Let's see. Ken, are you copying some Rick there?
I sure am. Good evening up there, WA60IB.
Copy. Good evening there, Mr. Ken.
Yep.
Yep, I moved the antenna just a little bit. You're about an S3 or 4, but plenty copyable. WA60IB. Have a great weekend.
Well, you too there. Have a good weekend there at Freddy Cash. We'll talk to you again, 73.
Okay. How about you, Rob? Any copy? Anybody else want to say hello to Rick up there?
Yeah, how you doing, Rich? I forgot the first part. 6SW, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo. All right, I barely make out a little bit. You're right in there with the noise there. Thanks for coming back there. Okay, Mike.
He came back as you asked for, so he's copying you, but it's a power differential. Rob, as you know, runs about a KW, 1 KW or so. All right, let's see if Jerry's in there. K06HS. K06HS, Jerry? K6MYC in the Bozo Net, over. Yeah, Not real strong. It's about Q3, but we got you. Let me bring the antenna back a little bit. Give me a little more chatter. I'll see if I can bet the peak on you. Over. Okay, yeah, you've just dropped down right at Q2 level now. It's just about no copy. Q3 for contacts only and call signs, but that's it. Okay, thanks, Jerry. I wish we had better conditions. It was up really strong for Rich, but you missed the peak there. And so I guess the peaks are coming, though. He was very strong for a few moments there. 7-3, Jerry, KO6HS in Reading. With KD6SW, K6MYC, Bozo Net, over. Okay, 7-3. Okay, 7-3, Rich, we'll catch you, well, we'll try for you on 432. We will be in there on 432 tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Probably around 8 o'clock, give or take. I'm thinking that's maybe around plus or minus 8 o'clock. So you can always try to catch us if you watch the stream on the YouTube channel there. 7-3, guys, K6MYC. Anybody else in the San Joaquin area and up the valley? K6MYC, Bozo Net. Oh, real quiet. No KW6S. KW6T, I mean. No AJ6 Queen Lima. No N6RZJ. No KE6ILX. A lot of people in Sacramento missing for some reason. We're not getting many check-ins except the regulars. You got to stir up the crowd up there, guys. Well, you haven't heard Tyler either for quite some time. Anyway, we'll live with it, I guess. Good evening, all. I'm going to Nevada.
Hey, Mike, WA6LO.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Dave.
Hey, I had something that never ever happened before. I was sitting here listening to YouTube out of my right ear and my local radio out of my left ear. And I thought something's weird here. I'm hearing something on my radio that you're not hearing on YouTube, and it was Visalia, AA6S down there, Bill. And he was booming in here, but I didn't hear him on YouTube. So this inversion, it took him right over the top of your house and came in up here. So that's a first. And that 11-element beam, I got a hold of Greg up there and Grayson, and I had talked to them about it first. And so I asked them if they were going to be wanting it before I committed it to that other guy, and they said yes. So Greg is going to come up here and check out the EME station, and we're going to pull that antenna, put it on his truck, and he'll take it back down and install it there. K6MYC, WA6LO. So that'll get Grayson on the air, because he's using like a modified homebrew TV antenna.
Yeah, and it ain't working all that well. We'll find out how well or how poor it's working when he puts the high gain up there. Is that a high gain one? I'm trying to think how many elements it was. The high gains originally had a problem because they made the boom comp wrong. They duplicated another antenna. They duplicated copied a Telrex, but they mounted the elements on top of the boom instead of through the boom. So the antenna works really good, but it's down at 140, over.
Oh, I'll be darned. Okay, yeah, I never did put an analyzer on it and actually sweep it and see where it was. Yeah, it works. You know, it'll work better than its TV antenna. I think it's 11 elements, the old high gain antenna. You can pick them up for $125.
Well, I'll talk to Greg about it and see what the construction is, because he may have to cut the elements down by about a half an inch, maybe as much as an inch, to get it up on the right frequency, over.
Oh, I'll be darned, yeah. Well, fortunately, it's got to get moved up instead of down. That's easier, yeah.
Yeah, it's a trim fix. We discovered that way back in the early days of KLM. Somebody mentioned it, and we tested it on the range, and all those changes that I'm talking about, if in fact it is a copy of the old Telrex, are all valid. And when we moved it up, it matched the performance of the Telrex, which we were using as a reference antenna. Over.
I'll be darned. All right. Well, what I'll do then is when we pull that antenna down, I'll actually probably pull it down before Greg gets here, but we'll throw it on this antenna analyzer, that Rig Expert one I've got here, and we'll sweep it and see if it's down there at 140 something, and then Greg can see it, and he can go ahead and trim the elements if he needs to, but I'll make him aware of that.
No, you're not going to find anything. It's going to work fine at 144 as far as the swept response, but it may not work down there. It's just that it's matched there. See, match and where an antenna is performing can be two different things depending on how the wet match is done. So that's totally irrelevant. I wouldn't even bother with that. If you can do anything, you could measure a few of the elements, and I'll see if I've got it here in the computer, and we can give them the right dimensions. Over.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do that then, and yeah, I'll tell him that when he takes the antenna, because that'd be good to get that antenna working, right on, have it be right on the ball. And then Grayson's in a bit of a hole there, although he's way up in Groveland. I think he's kind of in this basin, but I'm pretty sure that, he ought to be able to work you. So we get a decent real 2-meter antenna horizontal on that thing. He should be able to get into the net.
Yeah. Do you remember how the elements are mounted on the antenna? Do you remember it has blue insulators and blue molded on insulators on the elements? Over.
I'm thinking it's on top. I'm thinking, I can't swear to it, but I know the driven element because I'm thinking back how the driven element's attached, because I have one of those 26.5-inch ballons that I made and put on there, and that's on top, and I'm thinking the rest of the elements are on top too.
Yeah, well, look at it when you take it down. If the insulators are blue, molded on, they're right on the element. You can't move the insulator, and then the screw goes through the insulator and mounts it to the boom. The elements are insulated from the boom. Over.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll look at that, and then I will tell you, and then you'll be able to tell me what we need to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't have to make any measurements on it. Just look at it, and then we'll talk about it. Greg can take it and cut it down, but he can also make measurements on the elements. You don't have to bother with that. You're giving it away for crying out loud. Over.
Yeah, I can't put too much time into it, I guess. Yeah. So it seems like some of the old stuff, some of the reggies I used, we just mounted the elements right to the metal boom, metal to metal. But I guess now they insulate them now because it's quieter, I suppose, huh?
No, it's just the way it's done. It just depends on who's doing it. But the biggest problem was they copied a Telrex. And the Telrex elements were a lot longer because they went through the boom, and that is a parallel inductance, which makes the element electrically shorter. So in order to compensate for it, you make it longer. Now you put that same element length when it's not getting shunted by some parallel inductance at the metal, and the element's way too long. Over.
Okay, I see. Yeah, because I know there's a difference in what the elements need to be if you go through the boom or on top of it. So, yeah, so it's landed way below the band. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, well, that's assuming they didn't fix it somewhere along the line. So we'll just have to make a measurement of it. If he gives me a few measurements, we can throw it in the computer and can test it very quickly. Or we can look up the model. I may even have it in the computer already as it's built today, and he could confirm, okay, the director number one is 38.5 inches long, and if he confirms a few element lengths and spacings, we know what we got, and then I can go through it and confirm it's where it should be or isn't. Over.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then, so then I will, when I get it down there anyway, I'll just go ahead and look and see whether it's got those blue molded insulators, and if it does, I'll let you know, and I'll let Greg get Greg into the loop here, and he can do the work on it, though.
Okay, make sure you have somebody knows what the absolute correct model number is.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I may have the paperwork on that thing here.
Yeah, that would be most important. If you have any docs on it, if you don't spend too much time in it, because we can probably figure it out anyway, but it would save some time. Over.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. I will do that. K6MYC, Bryant, and the net, WA6LOL. So I'm feeling pretty tough tonight. Heard something that MYC didn't hear.
Yeah, isn't that something? Well, I might have heard somebody. Yeah, he might have been coming through while I was hearing somebody else with the antenna in the wrong direction. I don't hear Bill all the time. He can get into a supernova null that I don't hear, and vice versa. So he could have easily gone through me, and I wouldn't have heard him at all.
That's right. Yeah, you could have had at that point. You could have been aimed at Atascadero or the Bay Area, even. So I don't remember.
Okay, depends on where he was pointed. But if you heard him, he must have been pointed up toward the Bay Area. He did say hello to KW6S, and then I think he went QRT.
Yeah, the band is sure weird tonight. And, I guess the moon is supposed to be, because it's all in space out there, it's supposed to be pretty predictable, less ups and downs, I guess. But, with really low degradation and really high declination, and then the moon distance is very close, conditions were really crummy this morning.
Yeah, that's exactly opposite, but that's why you don't always want to look at the predictions as an absolute, because sometimes you just don't know. I've experienced the same thing. You had perigee, you had like you said, high declination and low sky noise behind it. What the hell?
Yeah, I know. It just couldn't, because I'm sure, because I worked all the regular guys they were on that I always work, and I couldn't hear half of them, and so yeah, so I guess all those numbers and $2 you can get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, well, they're good, but you may have also been pretty close to the sun. You were only 1 day away from the sun. You might have been seeing the sun with your pattern.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, on the day of the eclipse, I was working into the sun, and I was able to work people, but it could have been limping a bit. Yeah, because I was like trying to work on the moon, and the sun was less than a quarter of a degree, both azimuth and elevation.
Yeah. So depending on a lot of things, if the sun is having a noisy day, putting out tons of noise, its minimum on your array would be about 5 dB over background, and its maximum could be 25 or 30 dB if it's screaming or having a CME event or anything like that. It makes tons of noise. Sun is not a good reference for your performance of an antenna, because it wanders all over in signal in noise levels. Okay, I'll get out of here and go to Nevada and get this thing wrapped up. But thanks. Hopefully people learned something from this tonight. KWA6LOL, K6MYC.
All right, Mike. Thanks a lot. K6MYC, Bryant, WA6LOL, Sonora, QR. Well, listening.
Yeah, and we're going to miss you at Visalia. Sorry about that, but we'll catch you Sunday night, I think, for a recap.
Yeah. Well, got to do what I got to do here. But yeah, what a weekend to miss. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But anyway, yeah, it would have been good if you could have come down. But I understand you got to do family thing. That's more important. All right, take care. WA6LOL, K6MYC, going to Nevada.
How you doing, Dave? WA6LOL, KM6SR. Wanted to just say hello.
Hey, Rob. Booming in like always. Yeah, hi.
All right, I'll let you go there. Yeah, we're going to miss you at the DX, but say hi to your family for us.
You guys eat some bacon and eggs for me at Denny's, all right?
Okay, that'll be real tough, but I'll manage.
Okay, very good, guys. Let's see, how about Nevada, KD6BQ, N7WT, KE7UQL, K7SUN, KJ6WXI, K6MYC. Who do we have?
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249, over.
Very good, Richard. Well, you must have, your noise must be down today because you're not real strong, but you're hearing me, so that's a good sign, I guess, over.
Yeah, I guess we doubled there with Larry there. So anyway, copy. We got a good signal up here tonight, Mike. Go ahead.
Well, what I said was you're not really strong here, so your noise, your background noise must be down tonight, over.
Yeah, I copied that. You dropped down right now. You dropped down into our noise, but you were real loud when you were talking to LOL. In fact, LOL was louder here than you were. He had a good signal coming in here. K6MYC, KD6BQ, Larry's out here, and probably Daniel. I don't know who else, over.
Okay. Solid copy. I was just swinging the antenna back and forth. All right, let's see if you're in there, Larry. N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N7WT, maybe 5 and 3, 5 and 4, not real strong tonight. Over.
Yeah, same here on you. You're not strong either, but your noise must be better because you're hearing me. On days where I would hear you easily and you would not even know I was there, over.
Roger. Yeah, by the way, you're up to 5 and 9 now. Without a pre-up, 5 and 9, over.
Yeah, well, it just popped right up there. The band's really funny. It has these very, very quick shifts. It's almost like I got a bad connection up there, but no evidence of it. It's just the way the band is, over.
Roger. Yeah, by the way, WA6LOL was pounding in here, but we can hardly hear you, Mike.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Anyway, you go ahead and pick them up. I have to go look for Daniel. Maybe Daniel's out there. N7WT.
Good evening, Larry. N7WT, Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo. You came way up there, over.
Oh, yeah, up there about 5 and 5 right now. The band's starting to go down the other way. N7WT, 5 and 5, over.
Roger. Thank you, Larry. Okay, Mike.
Okay, I don't think Daniel's got his 2-meter antenna fixed yet. He has not checked in on 2 meters for some period. But we'll see. KE7UQL. Daniel, if you're there, go ahead. K6MYC in the group. No, he's not there. How about K7SUN? How about you, Stan? How about Dale? Is he working? Has he got anything running there, Larry? Is Dale working, over?
I haven't heard Dale tonight at all. I haven't heard him at all tonight, George.
Okay, well, maybe he's just reconnoitering because he knows he's got to get a better signal down here. It means he just got to get the antennas up higher. I think you got him some good antennas, but I think they're too low, over. The band just dropped out. You're just now coming back. But I missed all of that. You were down way below where you normally are. This is a huge fade because normally I can hear you when you can't hear me even. But you went down so low I couldn't copy. But I got most of that about Dale. But you don't know exactly what's going on there. But he does have to do some improvements. And then we're able to get in there. But the band is really up and down, really way big QSB tonight. So we won't keep it. Is there any, Ken, are you still in here? VA6OIB, are you still here? Well, he might have gone in and gone back to dinner. Okay, well, we'll say 73s to you guys, and we'll see you perhaps tomorrow night on 432, Richard. 432 tomorrow night for you and Larry, and maybe even Daniel. KD6BQ, K6MYC.
Yeah, Roger, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ. We'll look for you on 432. And then I guess I'll be here maybe Sunday night, then we'll be gone for a few weeks. So Anyway, 7-3, lots of QSB. 7-3, K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249.
Yeah, Roger, solid copy. A lot of flutter. You've got motor flutter on you tonight. Okay on being here Sunday night and then gone for a couple of weeks or more. Well, we're going to miss you, but we understand. Where are you going again, in Europe?
Yeah, we're heading off mostly to all around England, the UK, and Scotland, Ireland, places like that, over.
Wonderful, wonderful. We'll have fun. And say hi to the Queen for us.
Yeah, I don't want to be meeting her just yet.
Okay. All righty, take care. KD6BQ, N7WT, and whoever else who might be listening, K6MYC clear, and we're going back to the Bay Area. Did. Okay. Let's see, back to the Bay Area and then down to Eddie and see if he's there. Okay, I'm rotating. Is anybody hearing this signal? It's come in now. K6MYC, Bozo Net, 2 meters. Nothing heard. Bozo Net. Late checks are missed into the Bay Area. Late checks are missed. Bay Area, KWB6J and N. Or anybody else over there, KB6BA, K6MYC, over. Nothing heard that direction either. Okay, going to Eddie at 156.
Yeah, we missed N6RO tonight too, huh?
Yeah, he never did show up, did he?
KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2 meter Bozo Net? KM6SR with K6MYC, standing by. KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight? Not hearing anything, Mike, although it sounds like maybe some LA guys in the noise there.
My path south tonight is terrible, so I don't know. I would hear Eddie, of course, but I'm not hearing any LA. As I was rotating, I was watching the band noise go up and down. It was just up and down. I don't normally hear that when I rotate. Just band noise, just white noise. KE6BK, Eddie, I wonder if you're in there tonight or anybody else that's left on the band for checking in here, N6BYH or KC5DTU, anybody else, K6MYC.
Yeah, Kerry was in here earlier.
I got him, but we never talked to him. He only made one verbal. We must have a problem there. Okay, guess we're done. I'm going to go in the house and get the rest of my dinner finished up. I didn't quite finish, and I may want a little chocolate chip cookie with it.
Oh, there you go. Stop it now. Anyway, yeah, Kerry sounded like you might have something wrong with the radio because he kind of popped in and out there. How many did you get tonight? I think I have 34, over.
Okay, well, you did better than I did. I got 30.
Okay. And there's something else I wanted to ask you about. Ben was looking to see if he could trade his 2-meter amp, a little small one, for a 432 type of amp. Did you have some of those extra ones hanging around or something? You might want to sell them or something, over?
A 2-meter one?
No, a 432 amp.
No, I think they're all gone. I think KB6RQU has got the last one I had.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you did something with Rick down there and then something with the Nevada guys, too, at one time, over.
Don't think I sent anything to Nevada. I'm trying to think. But certainly did with Rick. Maybe it's a good time if Rick is hard up. Maybe if Ben would spend the time to try and reach Rick, maybe he could talk him out of it. Because if Rick's hurting monetarily, he may be willing to sell that stuff, over.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I got enough time tonight. Maybe I'll try to send an email off to that guy down there, BRG.
Yeah, why don't you do that? See if he can go over and knock on a door. And tell him to get on, and if he wants to sell anything that he has, let us know.
Yeah, roger on that.
Maybe he can just pass it through BRG, if nothing else.
Yep, sounds good. Okay, Mike, I guess we'll see you on tomorrow night, and then we'll see you down there at Visalia. K6MYC, KM6SR 73.
Okay. Frank, you still in here, or have you gone bye-bye?
Well, no, I really can't go anywhere until you get finished up and I bring down the stream, sir. So I am sitting right here at my post, as I should be for a change. Hi.
Okay. Well, we better get out of here so you can get out of there. I didn't mean to hold you up there. We weren't too late tonight. Sometimes we don't finish till 9:30, so it was pretty quick net tonight, even though we did talk about Visalia quite a bit. All right, 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow. I think you're coming. Isn't that the plan?
Yes, sir, it is. I am coming that way tomorrow, over.
Okay. Well, if we're on the right schedule, we'll be up in the morning, and I'll be out there on the 40 meters. But if I'm late, then you'll have to just go down the hill and do what you got to do.
Yeah, roger that. Now, you got me thinking because I wasn't paying attention. I am bringing the that SW3 receiver for Bill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the one that we're old antique, huh?
The convention Friday, correct?
Yeah, roger. We can take that down.
Yeah, okay. Well, point being is you're not going to be there for me to work, and so I'm thinking I don't want to haul my tractor down there for one day, because if you're not going to be there Friday, I'll get work done here while I still have a little moisture in the ground. And so I just kind of wanted to discuss that real quick. What have you got in mind for us to do tomorrow?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of little things that need to be cleaned up, but just minor little things, but most of them require little tractors in here. There's projects we could start, but I don't know. I'm just trying to think. There's a little cleanup, but I don't think we have all the cable, the cord, or the rope, or not that, but the power cord for the solar panel.
Yeah, it sounded like N6RO said to take the day off, and I was just kind of thinking the same thing. I'm in the middle of this well renovation and all this kind of stuff. And but you got another check in there, Mike. N6RO, go ahead.
Yeah, how do you do, guys? N6RO finally got control of the 2-meter antenna because of my spreader, who did very well tonight. And almost got to 80 today, 79. So going to have summer for 2 days and winter for 3 days and spring for 1 day next week. N6RO.
Yeah, well, that's what we got here, 79 degrees. It might have touched 80, but that's what we were seeing, and it was what was reporting on the radio was 79. So I was very pleased that my temperature gauge seemed to match up with what they were telling me the temperatures were in Friant. Very beautiful, mellow day, though. Wonderful. All right, Ken, thanks for checking in. Sorry we're not going to see you in Visalia, but I know you're not a traveling man anymore, huh?
Roger that. But say hello to those who may remember me.
I think everybody remembers you, my friend.
Okay. Yeah, have a good time down there. There'll be lots of NCCC guys, and I'll try to get on 432 tomorrow night. The little elk 4-element thing sort of works, but it's, it's puny.
Yeah, but if I can just hear you, that would be something. We've had some really skimpy logs on 432 and 1296 lately. So, anyway, okay, good enough. We didn't hear you on, did we finally work you on 1296 on Tuesday?
No, I listened several times, and I think it was a timing problem. I started cooking at the wrong time, and probably while I was doing that, you were shooting up this way.
Okay. He came back and called twice. I went up to, of course, we didn't have anybody because Larry said he was not going to be on from Nevada on 1296, so we turned around as soon as we got to, we did work N6RZJ. We did not hear KR6MR, but he was there. I did not hear KW6S. And so we turned around and came back down. We called you again as we went into the Bay Area, but that was it. So you probably had two slim opportunities. No sweat. But you were there, but you heard nothing, huh?
When I was here, that was the problem. It was a timing issue. I need to plan my dinner hour a little different.
Yeah, or have the stream on so you know where the hell I'm pointed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm poking you now with a pointy stick, see? All right, take care. Anybody else for Ken? Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, how you doing, Ken? N6RO, KM6SRR. I'm glad you're getting the pointy stick because it takes it away from me, over.
Well, I can take it.
Yep, you're well skilled and seasoned on all that stuff there, so I appreciate it.
He's got a leather hide.
See you guys.
See ya.
7-3, Ken, N6RO, KM6SR.
Okay, I think that's it, unless we got, I'm still pointed toward Eddie. Eddie, are you there? KE6BK? Anybody else south of us? K6MYC. Anybody copying me at all for late checks or miss for checking into the 2-meter Bozo Net? K6MYC, Central California, Delta Mike 07. Good night, all. Good night, Frank. And if you want, you could jump on 40 early in the morning, and we maybe, if I think of something desperate, you can come down. Otherwise, maybe you take the day off.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, because I've been sitting here kicking it back and forth in my head, and so, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just get on with you in the morning, and we can decide if it's important enough for me to come down for a one-day shot there, over.
Yeah, and then if you want, come down Friday. There's quite a bunch of places where you could start a fire. If you go over on the other side of the lower pond, we've got piles of crap all over in there. And I'm looking at that. So there's quite a bit of stuff to burn along that area. And there's a couple of logs, or one big log that I was standing with and leaning against. It's about 4 inches in diameter, almost horizontal, right at the corner of the fence where it turns away from the corral and goes back up the hill. We could chop up stuff like that into 4-foot lengths and pile it, and I'll take it in. And then that whole area, there's a big burning pile or two in there. So there's stuff could be done down that area for burning and whatever. And it's a good time because it's unlikely that you're going to touch anything off, over.
Yeah, roger that, roger that. Okay, very good. We'll kick it around in the morning on 40, and you have a good night, and good night to Rob, and as soon as you guys clear off, I'll go ahead and bring the stream down, K6MYC in the net, W6BBS.
Okay. The only problem I'm seeing as far as you with the tractor on Friday in there is that there's no opening in the fence to get through that northern section I got stuff to burn on my side of the fence, but there's a huge pile on the other side. And I guess at some point in time, if you could do it, if you could find a place in the fence to cut, and then we'll hook it back together short term. There's not a lot of cows up in that area, so I think we could get by with a very modest fix to get, where it goes into a tree. Maybe there's a place where I think the fence goes through and has been embedded into a tree. You could cut it there, and then we could just work one side of that and hook it back around. Yeah, I'm sure you'll figure out a way to get through there, but I think in order to do a decent job and be safe, the pile's big, and it's also surrounded by grass and stuff, so you'd probably want to do a little work around it before you fired it off. Or push it other side of the fence and burn it on my side, and it's all my side, but it's just that it's fenced off. I think you know what I'm talking about there. 7-3, we'll see you one way or the other tomorrow. Talk about it on 40 a little bit. K6MYC. Good night.
Yeah, Mike, all I got to do is drive right up the hill there through the gate that goes off in that other section, and then I can come down that side, and I can come back down the fence line on the outside there and get to that stuff. No big deal there. Piece of cake, one little steep part, but no big deal. All right, we'll talk to you in the morning. Good night, W6BBS.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can get in there.
Good night, Frank. W6BBS, KM6SR.
I don't think you can get in that fence. You're talking about the fence line that leaves from the gate and goes north?
Outside the gate and then down the hill into that little ravine back, and then turn around and come right back up the other side, and I'm outside the fence and come right down the fence line to that stuff.
Okay, well, maybe so. I haven't gone down that. You're talking about the fence line that goes north from the gate, right?
No. The fence line at that point would be going north or going east to the gate. The fence line comes north from the corner there, and then turns where you say the log is laying there, and then it's going east, and then the gate is up there. The gate that you went through to take Judy to the top of the hill over there, outside our normal fence barrier.
Yeah, that does not get you to the other side of that fence. I can guarantee it. That fence from the gate goes goes west back to the other corner, and goes north down to a corner, which I don't think you can get through on the lower corner, but I have never gone to the end of that piece of fence. But it's got to terminate somewhere. There's no point in having that piece of fence there, over.
Yeah, maybe we're talking about two different spots. The new pond, the new little pond on the opposite side away from the house, up in there where that tree had fell on the fence and we cut it all out of there. Is that the area you're talking about?
Yeah, you can't get to where the brush pile is on the north side.
Well, like you say, if we have to, we could take a section of fence down or something. We can figure that out. We'll figure out what we got to do.
But that wouldn't. We've looked at that. That pile's been laying there for better part of a year, and if we can get it burned up and cleaned up in that area, all that area is just kind of ratty from down stuff, and there's a few logs that are laying down that we can still chop up into shorter pieces. I almost did it yesterday when Judy was down there, but I wanted to continue because she was the one that was driving the ATV, and I wanted to continue with her training session. Over.
Yeah, roger that. Okay, very good. Talk to you in the morning. KYCW6BBS.
Sure, 7-3. Good night, Rob. Thanks again. K6MYC going that way.
Good night, Mike. Good night, Frank. KM6SR, clear.
All right, good night to everybody listening to the stream. I'm taking it down now. W6BBS.
Good night, W6IB.
Oh, good night, Ken. We had called you a couple of times, but I guess you were away from the mic.
Oh, yeah, I was piddling outside. I tried to stay close by, but I must have just missed it.
Yeah, we were going to let you talk to, I don't know, somebody up, LOL or somebody up there.
Yeah, that's when I went out, just when Dave started to check in, so it must have been right shortly after that.
All right, no problem. We'll see you, worst case, we'll see you Friday morning about 8:30.
That's right. Hello, Dave.
And we do have 4:32 tomorrow night, so if you get on the net, we can finalize there.
It's funny, you guys take 45 minutes to say goodbye.
That's true. That's the way it works. That's ham radio, isn't it?
Hello, Ken. We're very polite that way. Yeah.
Well, sorry I won't see you on Friday night at the meeting.
I know, I feel so horrible. Of all the meeting nights to miss, all the weekends to miss, that's the one, you know. But anyway, well, Rob has agreed to eat some bacon and eggs for me, so maybe you can have one of those things that you had at Denny's last time.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what that was, but yeah. All right, well, have fun with whatever you're doing there. WA60IB.
Okay, Ken, wasn't it some kind of a green drink or something? It was something you got that was, it seemed less, it wasn't like just a regular Denny's thing.
Oh, it's a sirloin steak, man. Big lush meal, sirloin steak or something.
Yeah, have a big steak, prime rib.
Ooh, mouth watering here.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's awful. I won't be able